Hello, everyone, and welcome to Amara's Voice. I'm a teacher and an uplifter, which means I see people as already whole. I see them as vibrant, joyful, magnificent, and powerful. I see the source within them, which leads them to a powerful truth from within. I see them living in alignment with self, having such wonderful beliefs that make them stay in their joyful, natural element. Today, I'm pondering fear. Now, before I go into fear, I want to gently come back to something we spoke about last week, the state of having. Having, like I said, is the state you want to be in for your desires to be manifested, and you will always arrive at desire through contrast. Something happens, something doesn't feel good, and immediately you know what you prefer instead. So step one is simply asking yourself, what do I want? Let contrast show you. Let it be clear, let it be honest. Don't resist it because it is always guiding you toward what you truly prefer. And then step two is letting go of expectation. Releasing any insistence on what you think the outcome should look like, how it should happen, or when it should come. Because the moment you hold too tightly to an outcome, you move out of having and back into wanting. So instead, be process-oriented, not result-oriented. Do the things that feel aligned, do the things that feel good, and let those be enough. Trust in the process itself because the process is what aligns you, not the result. And then you begin to live as if, not by forcing it, but by feeling it. How the version of you who already has it all, how that version of you feels right now. Would she be rushing? Would she be worried? Would she be constantly checking if it's here yet? No, she would be at ease, or he would be at ease. He would be appreciative. He would be present. He or she would trust, and that trust is what allows everything to unfold. So appreciate what is already here, and I say this gently. Don't try to fake appreciation. Don't say you're thankful for something when you're not. Find what is real for you right now. Find what feels true, because appreciation that is forced has no power, but appreciation that is genuine expands everything. If you're working toward a healthier body, appreciate that you showed up today, that you chose yourself today, that you moved your body even a little, because that is the state of having. And try not to keep checking, not the scale, not the results, not the timeline, because every time you check, you are asking, is it here yet? And that question always comes from not having it. It comes from doubt. It comes from noticing the absence, and whatever you notice expands. So instead, come back to the process. Come back to the present moment. Come back to what feels good. And in doing that, you naturally release expectation and allow yourself to move fully into the state of having. And the beautiful thing is, when you are in the state of having, you are no longer chasing your desires. You are embodying them. And from that place, they have no choice but to meet you there. Enjoy the processes. Be here in the now. Don't project yourself endlessly into the future where you believe your reward is. You begin to say, I'm doing the work. Every day I show up for myself. I eat well. I strength train. I drink my water. I nourish my body. I am consistent. And you understand that these processes work. You trust them. You embody them. And because of that trust, you naturally let go of need to constantly check for results. This goes for everything, not just about gym. You are no longer asking, is it here yet? Because in your mind, in your being, you already know. And that knowing is what moves you into the state of having. And from that place, you're not rushing the results. You're not doubting the process. You're not questioning yourself. You are simply being the version of you who already has. And that is what makes the entire journey feel lighter, easier, and even enjoyable. And that is the shift from chasing the outcome to embodying the process, not wanting, from wanting to having. Okay, now let's ponder fear. Fear is defined on the internet as an unpleasant emotion caused by the belief that someone or something is dangerous, likely to cause pain or a threat. And even in that definition, you can already hear it. Fear is born from belief. We fear because we do not fully recognize that we create our own reality through what we believe. And I know this can sound abstract, but I would love to gently challenge you today to take a moment and identify at least 5 things you truly believe. Something like people cannot be trusted, and you will notice that within you there is a sense of certainty, a kind of clarity that this must be true. And then if you look at your life, you will often find evidence, actually not often, you will find evidence that matches that belief. Fear has been one of the greatest hindrances to man, not because of what is actually happening, but because of what we believe could happen. And at the core of it, it comes from the idea that we are powerless. We believe we cannot stop our health from failing. We believe that aging must lead to decline, that beauty fades, that illness is inevitable, and so we begin to live in quiet anticipation of these things, not realizing that these are beliefs we have accepted, not truths we have questioned. And from that place, fear begins to feel natural, normal even, because it is supported by the very beliefs we continue to hold on to. And yet the moment you begin to see that fear is not coming from reality itself, but from the meaning you have given to it, everything starts to shift, because now you are no longer dealing with something outside of you. You are simply becoming aware of what you have been believing within you. Now, if I were to say to you, don't fear death, don't fear bad health, don't fear the loss of love of somebody, don't fear poverty, don't fear criticism, you would actually become more aware of these fears within you. And in your focus on them, you would begin to create more of them in your experience, because whatever you focus on expands. So what I'm sharing today is not about pointing to what you should or you shouldn't fear. It is not about suppressing fear or pretending it is not there. It is about accepting it. It is about allowing fear to be seen, to be felt without judgment, because fear, like every other negative emotion, is not here to harm you. It is here to guide you. Let the fear be for you. Let it show you that there is something within you that you have not yet addressed, a thought, a belief, a perspective that is out of alignment with who you truly are. So instead of running from it, you gently turn toward it and ask, what am I believing right now that feels undressed? Because if left undressed, that thought will continue to grow. It will gather more momentum and it will begin to reflect more clearly in your experience. But the moment you become aware of it, the moment you choose to see it differently, to soften it, to reach for a better feeling thought, you begin to shift. And in that shift, the fear no longer needs to stay because it has already done its job. You still get to act even in the presence of fear. It is not your enemy, it is guidance. And if you allow it, it will move you forward, because the very things you fear are often pointing you toward expansion, toward growth, toward a version of you that you have not yet fully allowed yourself to be. If you did not feel fear, you would not feel that edge, that pull to go beyond what is familiar. And so fear in its own way becomes a kind of catalyst to creation. However, you are not meant to stay in fear. You are not meant to live there. You are meant to move through it with awareness. And it's important to remember this. You were never born afraid. You came into this life with a sense of knowing, a sense of openness, a sense of trust in yourself and in life. And that version of you still exists. Fear is simply a sign that you are looking at something in a way that is not aligned with that deeper knowing. And as you begin to see fear differently, not as something to avoid, but as something to understand, you allow it to guide you forward instead of holding you back. I recently saw a video where a huge snake was placed in the middle of a group of little babies, and their parents were watching from a distance, completely terrified. Some of them were shaking, some could barely even look at what was happening, and yet the babies were simply going on with their activities, some even reaching out to touch the snake, completely unbothered, completely at ease, not alarmed in any way by what was right in front of them. And as I watched that, all I could see was this. These babies had not yet formed the beliefs that could cause them to fear the snake. They had not been taught about danger, about poison, about how snakes can wrap around their prey and crush it. They simply did not know. And because they did not know, there was nothing within them translating that moment into fear. And it made me realize something so simple and yet so profound. Fear is not always in the thing itself. It is in the meaning we have learned to assign to it. It is in the beliefs we have practiced, the stories we have accepted, and once those beliefs are in place, fear begins to feel automatic, almost as if it is coming from the outside, when really it is being generated from within us. We have grown up with parents who also had their parents, and generation after generation, these beliefs have been passed down to us. And now we pass them on to our children, because children will always follow the beliefs of their parents, naturally. But many of these beliefs do not serve us. They limit us, they hold us back, and over time, they turn into fear, creating all sorts of negative emotions within us. And so fear is not random. It is not something that just appears. It is something that has been built over time through what we have accepted as true. But what if fear is not here to harm you? What if it is here as a message from your inner self, showing you that the thoughts you are having are not in alignment with the thoughts your inner self has about you? The broader you, the larger you, the one connected to the source within you, the one you may call God, all that is, that I am. That inner self is always in clarity, always in knowing. And when fear arises, it is simply saying, you are looking at this in a way that your inner self is not looking at it. You are seeing it in a way that is not aligned with who you truly are. Because fear always comes from a belief that does not match your inner self. It is that gentle nudge that says, this is not the thought that leads you to your freedom. You feel a sense of separation, even though there is never truly any separation. But that feeling of disconnection is what brings about the emotion of fear. And in that moment, instead of running from it, you get to let the fear in. What if you didn't run? What if you sat with it, not as a problem, but as a message? And you get to gently ask yourself, what am I believing right now that doesn't feel like me? Because your inner being never feels fear. Your inner being is always in clarity, always in knowing, always in alignment. Fear is not a sign that something is wrong. It is simply a sign that you have momentarily stepped away from that knowing. And now you are being guided back to yourself. When you are in alignment, you feel joy, ease, and clarity. And when you are out of alignment, you feel fear, guilt, worry, doubt, insecure, blame, discouraged, anger, etc., etc. Many people see fear as something negative, something to avoid, but like all emotions, it is here for you. So when fear comes knocking, don't shut it out. Let it in. Let it show you that what it's trying to communicate. Because when you ignore it, it does not go away. It returns louder, bringing along all the other emotions and a manifestation you will not like. So listen, stop its growth, and you allow it to guide you back into alignment. Perceive it early before it gathers momentum. For example, you may fear being rejected in relationships because you have not had good experiences in the past, and over time, those experiences have shaped your beliefs. So even when someone new comes into your life, you are quick to shut it down. You don't want to engage. You avoid the topic altogether. And when someone shows you genuine interest in you, become suspicious. You question their intentions, you hold back, and eventually, without even realizing it, you begin to self-sabotage and push them away. You reject them before they reject you. At the core of it, you fear rejection. But if you're afraid of rejection and you refuse to face that fear by holding yourself back and not facing your fear, you are in fact rejecting yourself. So in a way, you have already experienced the very thing you fear. And when others seem to reject you, they are often just reflecting the rejection you have already been practicing within yourself. That rejection is not there to hurt you. It is there to show you something, to help you see that you no longer have to do that to yourself. You always have a choice to respond differently, to see yourself differently, and to begin again from a place of self-acceptance. When you truly understand that you no longer need to reject yourself, it won't matter whether anyone else rejects you or not, because if they do, and you are not rejecting yourself, you won't take it personally. You realize it has nothing to do with you, but with them. And from that place, you can even have compassion for them. You may begin to see that they are rejecting something within themselves and simply projecting it onto you. And while you may feel the urge to help them see that, to help them stop rejecting themselves, not everyone is ready for that, and some may even pull away faster. But that is okay, because what you are left with are the people who are willing to support you to the same degree that you are now supporting yourself. And in that moment, you can say, "Thank you, fear, for revealing this to me. Thank you for helping me see clearly. Now I can move forward," because the first step is always awareness. When you don't know, everything feels harder. You don't even know what you're working through. But the moment you become aware, everything begins to shift. Now, if you choose to face the fear and let it in, you begin to ponder, why am I so scared? What belief is behind this fear? What thoughts have I practiced over time about the very thing that is causing me fear right now? And then you gently ask yourself, do these thoughts serve me? You can begin to look for evidence that challenges them. Think of times in the past when things worked out for you, when you were accepted, when the experience was good. Think of people who were not affected by this same fear, and allow yourself to see that the other side of the coin is just as real. And then you make a conscious decision to focus more on that side, not because you are denying reality, but because it is also true. And as thoughts arise that do not feel good, you begin to shift them one by one, gently, without force. And in doing that, you transform fear into information, something that is now working for you instead of against you. Remember, those so-called negative emotions are here for you as well. Use them for the purpose they are here for. Don't tuck them away thinking they will disappear, because they won't. They will only return louder. Don't deny those imperfect thoughts and emotions, because even they are part of your guidance, leading you back to alignment. Now, when you begin to see fear this way, and you understand that the opposite of fear is knowing, you can also see why I spoke about the state of having at the beginning. Because attachment to outcome is deeply rooted in fear. You start to doubt yourself. What if it doesn't work out? What if I don't lose the weight? What if my husband leaves me? And all of these questions come from not knowing. But when you trust that the processes you're doing actually work, you begin to let go of those fears. You stop needing constant reassurance, and instead, you just keep doing what you know to do when you know to do it. You keep showing up. You keep looking for the positive aspects. You stay appreciative of the things you truly want more of in your reality. You lift the weights. You eat well. You take care of yourself. And in doing that, you not only move closer to what you want, you also begin to release fear, because you are now grounded in knowing. You are no longer questioning everything. You are no longer looking for proof. You simply trust that you are on the right path. And that trust is what brings both the results and the peace you have been seeking. The opposite of fear, in my opinion, is knowing. Not hope, not wishing, not even trying to feel better. Knowing, that quiet, steady place where you're simply certain, where there is no rush, no tension, no what if. It feels like I'm okay. It's working. I know who I am. I am worthy. Fear is full of questions, but knowing has none. Fear says, what if it goes wrong? And knowing says, even now it is unfolding for me. And when you are in that place of knowing, you feel ease. Your body relaxes, your thoughts slow down, you stop trying to control everything. And in that knowing, you don't fight fear, you outgrow it. If you fear it, then you must have it. Yes, that very thing you fear, you create more of. I'm Amara, and I'm pondering for the joy of pondering. I love you all. Focus on feeling good. Bye.